Hello all, happy Saturday. How is everyone? I see that there is a very active chat today, which is wonderful. Hello Will, hello Max, hello Cloud. I hope you all are doing wonderful. As for what a bugbear is, it's a type of creature in D&D. I'm doing wonderful. I had a great morning working on Etsy stuff while watching, you were there, watching a friend of mine stream. Um, and then I had lunch, and now I get to paint minis, and then later I get to go pick up Shroom. But yeah, hold on. I forgot to put my magnifying things on. Give me a second. Oh no, I just knocked that off the table. Okay, headphones back on. Okay. Oh my god, Spotify. Spotify's freaking out on me. Can you guys hear the music, first off, before I get too into painting? Let me get my paint brushes. We can hear the music. Amazing. Okay. Ah. Nothing is working the way I want. It's fine. Okay. What you painting? Hello, Jelly. Hello, Shadow. Hello, MHD. I'm painting two minis today. It's a dual paint because this customer ordered two different variants of his character mini. So I'm going to paint both side by side. And you'll be able to see them better once I dry brush, but this is the first mini. This is a bugbear. They're like a more advanced form of like, oh god, this isn't entirely accurate, but it's as accurate as I can think to describe it right now. It's like a more advanced goblinoid creature, but they're hairy like a bear instead of just green. Grissom will be watching after sheets. Wonderful. You just started streaming and you already yelled nothing is working. I feel like it's been so long since I've painted a mini on stream. And I've done this setup that I feel like nothing is working. uh, where's my little... Whoa. There it is. It was hiding. Okay. So, I'm gonna try to do a better job of explaining my process. Because someone who watches my VODs on YouTube was like, can you make these a little bit more instructional? And I was like, sure. So I'm gonna do a little bit more explaining. And also, if any of you have experience editing videos, let me know. Because they also want them to be like shortened so that all the filler that is not active instruction is like sped up so they can see the process easier. So if you have, I know it doesn't pick up my mouth. It won't because I have this thing on my head and I'm looking down most of the time. So my mouth probably won't be moving a lot. It also won't be picking up my blinking unless I'm looking at the camera like I'm doing now. So the model's gonna be janky. That's all there is to it. I've only ever really edited clips. No worries. Okay, deep breath. Deep breath. Everything is okay. Just a really long staring contest? Exactly. And I will win this one today. Did you try the suggestion I made for recordings? No, not yet, because I'm a little concerned that my computer won't be able to handle it. Oh, bruh. Okay, I'll hydrate again. Sure, thank you. I know. It's Cloud and I have discussed what I need to do already. And the setup that we talked about, Cloud, no, I haven't tried yet. I don't really want to do that on a commission stream. I'm going to do it on a stream that's not a commission. Because I don't want my computer to fucking die. Mm-hmm. I did spink my bottle. Alright, congratulations also, Jelly, on your 3-stream watch streak. Oh, I forgot to take that off. Alright. I'm gonna start off with dry brushing because these minis are black and I can't see very well when they're completely black. If you need help on the recording setup, I can help with that. I think I understand what I need to do for the recording setup. I'm just concerned my computer won't be able to simultaneously stream and record at the same time. We'll figure it out. It's just, you know, I need to work it out at some point. I appreciate all the help you all are offering, though. Oh my god, my paint has a clogged tip. Fuck! I'm gonna get my handy dandy twist tie that I've straightened so I can ream out this hole. Okay. All right. So, the minis were printed in gray resin, but they were primed with a black primer. And now I'm going to dry brush some white, which will highlight areas that need to be highlighted and will leave the low areas to show me where the low lights are. And also, since this mini is black, if I were to just paint colors on top of this black, it would make the paints that's going on top of them look very dark. And I don't want them to look really dark. My computer, I'm gonna say I believe you, but I just have no faith in my computer. I will try it though, just not today. I also love this step. I think it's very visually satisfying. So it should be a little easier to see now. All the low lights or low areas that my brush, oh, I forgot to do his face, that my brush cannot reach will stay darker, which will make the paint that I paint on top appear darker, whereas the light white areas will appear brighter. It's a very handy technique and it's very easy to do. Where do you pull your music from? Spotify. In the same way that you record, or not record, you create your source for games. You create another source, an application capture source for Spotify, and you just select Spotify instead of whatever game you're playing. It's easy. But you have to make sure that if you're going to use music off Spotify, that it's not set to record to the VOD so that you don't get copyrighted. This guy is done. I did see that they were streaming. How was their peak stream? Okay, I think this guy is now done also. Everything's a little easier to see. Dry brushing is complete. Oh, Peak had an update, I see. And my nice fresh water is now completely white. That's the thing about dry brushes is they're great because they hold a lot of paint, but as soon as you rinse them, because they hold a lot of paint, your water's just toast. Time to drink the milk. forbidden potion of greater wealth. Forest biome? How is that different than the jungle biome? Okay. I guess I'm gonna start with this tall boy. The one that's standing up. I'm starting with the fur. So we're gonna go in with the dark brown first. I have to shake my paint though. Hold on. I want one of those vortex machines that we have at work. I'm waiting for a lab person to retire. Because whenever someone retires, like all the labs that are around them get to go in and like take supplies and stuff. Because they don't need it anymore. And I would like to be able to go in there and nab a vortexer so I could bring it home and use it on my paints. Add a little bit of paint. And then I have a little silicone brush. There's not like individual bristles. I like to use that to add a little bit of water to my paint. This keeps it from drying out as fast, but it also thins it down so it's not as thick and it's easier to apply. Tharsis also wants a vortexer, but not for painting. Just a mere 4K. Yeah, I mean, they sell little vortexers on Amazon. But they're not like lab quality vortexers, and the lab quality vortexers are like really good. All right. So add a little bit of water to the brush and load up some paint. Meanwhile, I would DIY something from scrap. I don't have the knowledge to build something like that. Otherwise, I would. But, here we are. We fly over to Headcase. He will take care of all the tech problems and DIY projects. I don't know. I don't know if I have that sort of money. I'm currently hoarding as much money as I can because I would like to leave my job at said lab. I'm just done working there. I can't handle it anymore. It severely impacts my mood. I need to start a business doing general fixie shit. Do it. Hold on. I feel like this guy should have an ear. I need to pull up the 3D file. Give me a moment. Okay, pull up the file, open Cricut. Ah, he does have an ear. It's just difficult to see. But now that I have the 3D file open, I can see where his ear is.
In the history of forever. I think about this every day. I think about this all night long. I stay awake, not sleeping, because I'm thinking about this.
Thank you for declaring me your favorite dwarf. Thank you for the lurk. Damn, getting called smoothie. I think he just called you smooth, actually. I would take that as a compliment. The great thing about bugbears is they're kind of furry everywhere. So there can be rough edges. Revi, hello. I may have had my greatest rage bait ever. With whomst? Ugh. You know, I put this paper towel down because I thought it might help improve the white balance of my stream. But it doesn't absorb as well as my rag of acrylic paint does. Oh yeah, that is a wiggly tail. I said to Aqua after she complained about iPad kids, you strike me as an iPad kid. Amazing. How'd she respond? Y'all are menaces, I swear. Alright. I don't think Aqua would ban you. I feel like she would take it in stride and use the moment as something clippable. Okay. Stretch and a hydrate, I will. Thank you so much. Ooh, bat crackies. Oh, oops. Thank you so much for taking care of me. I appreciate it. Yeah. Are you vibing, Cloud? Watching you painting always puts me in the mood of doing some project myself. Well, do it. This is the perfect stream to parallel work on. Oh. I just found a part of the mini that still has the support on it. As I get paint on my finger. But it's too dark. I don't really have fancy lights for my desk. Oh no. Well, the only light source in my room is behind me. Oh no. I put down the little cover to this. Oh, there it is. Yeah, those emotes work perfectly, Gruesome Girl. Ow. Oh, fuck. I just fucking hit my eyeballs with my, like, my magnifying thing. Ugh. Look at all those rainbow emotes. My goodness. Oh no, I just realized there's a mistake in the printing of this mini. And I don't like it. So we're gonna get rid of that and I'll repaint it, or reprint it and paint it later. And I don't even know if the customer will notice, but I'll notice. And I don't like it. Can you not fix the print? Well, his heel is gone. I don't even know if it'll show up. But you see how flat that foot is? It's not supposed to be like that. It's, there's supposed to be a heel there, but the heel didn't print. It's okay. It happens. All right. 1 mini left. Yeah. I do have another mini here that I need to paint. It's not gonna happen today, unless of course there's something wrong with this and I have to give up on that one too. But this is the other mini. This one's for Max. He requested it when as his mini for the stack up thing. A thick elephant. Mm-hmm. Um that just cut your work in half today. So, kind of. Painting the two minis, because they're all the same color palette, because it's the same character, would have extended my work by maybe 2 or 3 hours. But now I paint them separately, which means this is probably going to take me 4 or 5 hours, and the other one is probably going to take me 4 or 5 hours. So in the long run, splitting them up into 2 separate days of painting is more time. Hello, Pepe. Hello, Maeverino. Hello. So what I'm doing right now, I did the base brown color for the fur that I wanted to do. And now I'm going over it with a wash. This will settle into the recesses to give the appearance of darker fur in those areas. And then I'm going to go in on the higher areas and manually paint in highlights. Noted, noted. The good thing is I shouldn't have to mix too many of the colors by hand, because none of the colors are particularly crazy in this model. So it should be pretty easy to color match, but yes, that is also a problem. Is now that I have to paint them separately, they might not look exactly the same. But that's okay. Alright, let me pull up my reference images again. Okie doke. So I could probably work on the pants while this wash dries. So we're gonna go in with the darker of the red colors. I know you were talking times earlier since one was messed up. Will you still just be painting today? Sorry, I'm split focusing. No worries. I know you're working on your paper right now. I'm just gonna, so instead of painting both minis at the same time, I'm just gonna be painting the one that's not messed up, and then I'll have to repaint the other one later. I forgot to add water to that paint. Maybe we notice that all the prints are broken. Then we just move on to crying in the corner. No, I'd move on to a game if this print was messed up too. This guy has no booty. He lacks a butt. Mm. Focused craftsman is art itself. I'm glad you think so. So basically, I just color blocked with red. I'm gonna go do one more layer of color blocking on the red, and then I'm gonna hit that with a red wash, and then revisit the fur and start working on the fur again. Because by the time I do that, all of what I just described, it should be dry and I should be able to work on it. The avatar makes a certain look when you paint. Oh, does it? Probably because I'm looking down and the camera loses tracking. You're thinking about redeeming a loud noise to keep me on my tippy toes? But what if you make me mess up painting? I bet you would feel bad. That's exactly why I didn't redeem it. I would feel bad. The context, you just look focused. Ah. Well, that's good. I guess it's better than looking like either really dumb or like I'm asleep. How's everyone's weekend going so far, though? Is everyone having a good weekend? But you could also be sleepy or about to sneeze. Your avatar rarely goofs up. Hmm, I think it goofs pretty frequently, if I'm honest. Oh yeah, how are you feeling? Are you like done with the coughs and the sniffles? Also, how's all the trading in Team Fortress 2 going? I see, Cloud. Do you think maybe you should sleep? Nah, okay, sure. I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life. Cleaned up the house after not maintaining order for a week. I will say, being the only person in the house for the past week, it has maintained a surprising amount of order. I have not had to do nearly as much cleaning, which is nice, but I would still rather have my partner here. It's lonely without him here. Yeah, I noticed. Are you saying Shroom is leaving trash around? Not trash, just clutter. You noticed? How? What do you mean, how? It shows on Discord what games people play. I still generate an average amount of garbage. My apartment is too small to hide all the trash bins. Gotta clean this small space pretty frequently. But you could know I had something to do with it. Are you sure about that? You just told me you went on a gifting spree, and I'm one of the people who received a game from you, so, like, is it really that much of a stretch for me to believe that you're the reason she has hightail? Alright, let me get a smaller brush. Actually, no, I need to do the, I'll wait on the red wash. Let me move on to the fur real quick. Welcome back. Um, I didn't like the size of that brush, so I'm moving on to a smaller one. Is that a fuzzy paint tray? What, this? It is not fuzzy. I think it just looks like it is. This is a like wax paper membrane thing, and underneath is a sponge. It looked fuzzy. I was like, what the fuck? Alas, no, it's not. SpongeBob died for that tray. Okay. Deep breath. Yeah. Alas, this is not a fuzzy paint tray. It is merely a wet palette. Crazy how fast that black mini just turned into something with way more depth. Yeah, that's the magic of paint. And it'll just keep getting more and more detail as time goes on. Where? There it is. Did I tell you that my toilet broke? Oh no. That is not a good problem to have. What broke? The flushing, it just constantly runs water now. Well, at least that's an easy fix. When we first moved into this house, the toilets were doing that. We just went to the home supply store near us and picked up a new internal part and replaced it, and now it's fine. So hopefully you could get it fixed relatively easily without needing to pay to replace your toilet. It's behind a wall. No, I didn't know that. Oh, fuck. That sucks. I'm sorry. That's why? Why is it so complicated? Complicated so it looks cleaner. But like, you spend such a small portion of the day in the bathroom. Do you really need it? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a stupid American, but do you really need your bathroom to be like really highly refined when you're not spending a whole lot of your day in there? Shouldn't it be more practical to have everything accessible so that if something breaks, it's easier to fix? How would I read my articles if not on the toilet? Are you saying you spend a majority of your day on the toilet? If so, Cloud, you might need to get that looked at. I told Tharsis a few days ago how I ate sausages I found in the fridge and realized after the third one that they were rotting. My toilet and I are like brothers. Cloud! Don't eat rotten food. That's not good. That will make you ill. Pretty sure if I eat rotten food, I'll earn superpowers. I don't think that's how that works. I'm gonna go in with the red wash now and do the pants and everything. Rain, hello! Long time no see. Happy weekend to you. How did you eat 3 without realizing? Agreed. I'm very, like, sensitive to the way food tastes, and as soon as it starts tasting different, I just stop eating it. Then you won't hear the story about a 2-year-old cake? Cloud. If they tasted normal, then how did you know they were rotting? Heavily seasoned, perhaps, but normal. I do hear that it's a wedding tradition for people to freeze their wedding cake, and on their 1 year wedding anniversary, they pull out the cake and eat it. Shroom and I did not do that. We did not save our cake, but we were also in another country when we got married, so that would have been a nightmare to try to get through customs. But that cake was still in the freezer for a year. Was your cake in a freezer, Cloud? I've been silently lurking. You are free to silently lurk for as long as you wish, my dear. But I'm doing wonderful. Because of the fungus on the sausage that said hi, the big old fuzziness. Oh no, it was in a metal box in the snack cabin. Cloud, I have questions about your life. I am very perplexed by some of the things you say. What is a snack cabin? Or like a cabinet, you mean? Is that a typo? It is a cabinet that is only for my snacks. I see. Well, at least I can imagine that with a cake, it just gets dry and stale. It's not moldy. All right. I'm gonna move on to a lighter color of brown now. Cloud. Why do you only eat every 2 days? I worry about your health and well-being. He's gotta let the food go rotten first. That does seem to indeed be the case. I had to go AFK after my last message. What did I miss? I was just questioning your well-being and if I need to be concerned. Loving the juxtaposition of we got the moves and calm painting. I'm glad I'm glad you're liking the juxtaposition, Will. My health is perfectly fine. I am dubious about that statement, Cloud. Okay, instead of individually drawing all those little hairs, I have a tiny dry brush. I am going to dry brush the like fur on its head. It's gonna be a little bit faster and a little bit better on my sanity. There you go. Mm. I'm a little concerned that these two browns that I have, these two, aren't different enough. Thank you, thank you. I was trying to see how it looked on camera, if like the different layers of color are picking up or not. But as always, it looks better in person than it does on camera.
Mhm.
Merc tier. Thank you for the stretch and the hydrate. I will do that now. More back crackies. And I will hydrate now. Gotcha. Did you get any information on if they're gonna take the fence or not? We have to wait until the come back to work on the property. Tell them about it. Until then, we have no idea what they're going to do with the fence. I see. Hopefully, they leave the fence up for you or are willing to go halves on the fence that share the property line. We're probably just going to ask them to leave the section we need until we can get that bit enclosed. The other side of the yard is solely the neighbor's fence. Like the people that lived here before us did a shit job on the fence we have now and didn't complete it, which is why Winnie wanted to hire someone to do it professionally. I see. Well, I hope it works out, my dear. Did you have the time to play anything fun off stream? Well, I was playing some Quarantine Zone in between Etsy stuff the past couple of days, which was very fun. Thoroughly enjoying that game. I started a new save separate from the one that I started on stream, so that if I ever start streaming it again, I will pick up right where I left off, where you guys saw me. But other than that, nope, I haven't really been playing much of anything off stream. What about you? What have you been playing? Tears of Metal, is that one game that you sent in the Discord with the like mech on the cover or on the thumbnail? No, this one is a medieval hack and slash roguelite. Oh. For some odd reason that sounds like it'd be a VR game. My elbows hurt from leaning on the table. Ugh. Stretch if you haven't stretched in a while. Oh, fuck. You play some Scots who slosh through armies. That's amazing. Amazing. Wow, it's so fun when I get emails in a language I don't speak. This is where we're at so far. Slowly but surely coming together. Oh god, I don't speak German, Cloud. I don't know what you're saying to me. The only word I recognize is email. I figured. So, I don't know if you could see on this model or not, but he's like missing this butt cheek because the model is manipulated in Heroes Forge. So normally, if this leg was down, you would see his butt cheek is there, but instead it's rotated into his body. So he's missing a butt cheek. And I think it's so funny. It's very amusing. It looks weird. It does. It does look weird. I can't get over the missing cheek now. it it certainly looks silly. Man, my my tolerance for painting today is a little low. What color is this necklace supposed to be? Black, okay. Hope you don't tell the customer. He will be disappointed. Disappointed in what? He's not expecting it today. Mm. I mean, he made the model. This is, by design, how it was supposed to print. So if he's okay with the missing cheek, then I'm okay with the missing cheek. But I'm not gonna point it out. What's funny on this one is, because of the legs on this model, they're like twisted, he has like a really deep butt crack. Which is also not normal on the models. But it's fine. I think what I'm gonna do is stop here for the evening in terms of mini painting. I'm gonna go shower, and then I might be back to play a game. I might start Choo Choo Charles, or I might continue Quarantine Zone. I haven't decided yet. But I'm gonna call it here for the mini painting for the evening. I don't know. I'm gonna send a photo to the customer and ask if that fur color is okay. And then go from there the next time I start it. You're welcome, Cloud. Thank you for joining me during the painting stream. But yeah, I'll be back soon. Love you all. Take care. I don't know. In the Discord, tell me what game you want to see me play. Bye!